I'm the mother of Fatima, better known as Doc, who founded Nagarhope in 2006. He lives in Nepal with his wife Divya and beautiful 16-month-old daughter Anya. Nagarhope has official charity status in Ireland since 2008 and in Nepal since 2009. We have good working committees on both sides. All members of Nagarhope Nepal are Nepali. Doc is there in an advisory capacity and as a liaison between the two sides. Fundraising is done here in Ireland for all projects in Nepal. Nagarhope is an anagram of the word orphanage and was chosen because Doc's dream started in Nagarkot, where he met Durga, a Nepali man with the same dream, that was to build an orphanage. That dream has changed slightly since. The dream is now to build a children's home rather than an orphanage and a community centre. In Doc's own words, the dream is to build a children's home in a safe and fulfilling environment and to provide education, love and support to oppressed and destitute families and children through local community-based projects and endeavours. Many of you have already heard the Nagarhope story, so rather than repeat myself, I'll give you an update as briefly as possible. When I last spoke to you, the land had been bought. That was in 2011. It is in Satakuria Gurenguan, hope I'm saying that properly, about an hour's walk downhill from Nagarkot. This land measures 12 ropelis, about 1.5 acres. While awaiting planning approval, the land has been successfully planted and harvested a few times. As part of the continued plan, Nagarhope has agreed to work hand in hand with the villagers to better their lives as Nagarhope develops its own centre and surroundings. The three most important things the villagers have earmarked from the very beginning are a road, constant clean running water and electricity. Nagarhope plans to use solar power and other renewable power sources to power the project, but at the same time to supply power to the surrounding houses. Just last month, a 200-metre stretch of road was constructed, connecting the land to the main building. This will enable materials to be brought right to the side of the building, rather than having to carry everything by hand, which is how the villagers would have done so before. Local builders and workers will be employed, and local materials used where possible. As always, there will be a certain amount of work done by volunteers. Up to now, when planting, this has included parents of children already helped by Nagarhope. Our education sponsorship programme, our biggest source of income, has gone from helping 2 children in the beginning to over 200 at present. Sponsors are mainly Irish, but there are some in other countries too. Our committee in Nepal is responsible for supplying these children with books, uniforms, shoes, jumpers and rain jackets, as well as paying annual and monthly school fees. They work hand in hand with the school management committees and staff in most cases in trying to provide the best education that is available. It's very easy to put a kid in school, and even easier to write a cheque to cover that child's education. But most of the children we sponsor are from uneducated families, their parents simple farming people in the village, or hard-working menial labourers in the city. Keeping tabs on kids with bad attendance and trying to improve their results takes time and effort from Nagarhope and from the school, but most importantly, from the child and family in question. Regular meetings are held with those falling behind to try to counteract any problems that the child may have, and volunteers give extra tuition to some of the kids after school. This year in April, when the new school started, Falcon actually withdrew a lot of our children from one particular school that they just weren't happy with the results and with the way that things were going there, and he spread them out into other schools, so they are monitored all the time. Sponsorship costs €10 to €15 per month. If anyone would like to sponsor a child, please contact me afterwards. Details are also on the back of the brochure. We also assist several college students who in turn give back time to volunteer in the schools. Separately, we have a group of sponsors helping with one girl through nursing school. This is our first such project. I can't let this opportunity go without a word of thanks before I finish to Umbrella, which has supported Doc from the beginning in so many different ways. I believe Umbrella isn't here today, but I would particularly like to say a thank you to him. He couldn't manage without them. Thanks also to them for advice on administrative issues to our Irish committee, and of course thanks to them for bringing rashers and sausages and newspapers and chocolate anytime they go to Nepal. Niagara Hope has a hard-working committee in Lucan. Our thanks to them and to all our loyal supporters. There are no administration costs involved. Even the designers and printers of our brochures do so free of charge. Our sincere thanks to them. There are brochures here, please do take one before you leave today. Finally, our thanks to Depeche and the Nepal Ireland Society for these opportunities to get together and to meet other groups as well as Nepali friends, and to enjoy a little taste of Nepali culture here in Dublin. On that note of culture, Doc does his bit in Nepal to introduce some Irish culture, especially on St. Patrick's Day. I know all the umbrella kids celebrate with flags and face paints and a parade led by St. Patrick himself. The contact details are on the board now for if anyone wants to contact us, but they are on the back of the brochure. So thank you all very much. Dhanyavad.